organization called Refugee Social Services. Firstly, who are we and where are we based? A lot of people have been asking me, where are you all? Okay, our offices are based in Diaconia Center. People that are in Durban will be familiar with the area. That's where we operate from, but we also have a sub-office in Pietermaritzburg. But just to start off right at the beginning, basically we are an NPO. We are funded primarily by United Nations High Commissioner of Refugees. The bulk of our funding comes from UN and a smaller funding from the Mennonite Church, which is a North American-based church organization. Interestingly, that small funding is specifically for HIV/AIDS program. Okay, as I said, we render services in KZN. A lot of the people that we service are based in and around the city. We are very urban. There is a little bit of movement out now, but otherwise it's very inner city. Concentration of people that know Durban, in the Albert Park area, Point area, Mbilo. But people are moving out to other areas, interestingly, even as far, Pietermaritzburg, we do have a community, but people are moving out into other areas like Ishawi, Escott, in the south, Folweni. So people are moving out, obviously, in terms of finding some jobs for survival. The services we render, the people that we render services to are bona fide refugees. It is people that have fled their countries as a result of persecution of war or persecution. And the people that we service mostly are around the Lakeside District, which is DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, Somalia. The bulk of the people we service come from these countries: DRC, Rwanda, Burundi, Somalia. We do get people from Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan, but very small. You get 2 or 3 people coming in. I think it's because it's more sub-Saharan South Africa. So these are the people that we generally service to. People always ask us, y'all are dealing with people from other countries, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, etc. We do not. We're dealing, as I said, with bona fide refugees. We do not deal with economic migrants. When people come into the country at the border, or if they get into the cities, they would register with the Department of Home Affairs, and they would either be told that they have a refugee claim, and they might be given a document immediately saying that they have refugee status, but that is actually a very small proportion. The bulk of the people get a document to say they're asylum seekers, which means they're going to await to be granted a refugee status, which can take any number of years. We have people that are waiting for more than 5 years to be declared refugee. The difference is that when you have a refugee status, you are recognized in the country. You will not be, the benefits that you enjoy is like any other South African. Access to health, education, jobs, everything. If you're an asylum seeker, it is basically jobs and education. Our services, we primarily focus on integration of people that come into the country and protection. In terms of integration, as I said, we get funding. As I said, the bulk of our funding is from United Nations. It covers a small package to assist with early integration, which would help. We cannot pay forever, so it's a very small package, short duration, rental assistance, food, a creche for people that find a job and need to leave their children, a little bit with school transport, people that are ill. We have a budget for chronic, and a budget for people that are infected with HIV/AIDS, and a small budget for the elderly community. We actually have a very, very small elderly community because most of the people that flee are the younger people. But you must know that people have been coming into the country post-94 and some before that, so there is now a growing elderly population. Our services, we concentrate on livelihoods. We have a budget again to help people to develop skills, and the type of skills that you find that refugees come into the country. They come with all types of skills, but obviously jobs are a problem. You find that with a lot of men and women, but largely men, would be car guards, and they come from all strata of the community. I think people do know that we've had doctors that had to work as car guards, teachers, professional people, and people that had just come in without any skills. So a lot of the people have been car guards. Prior to car guards, in about 2 or 3 years ago, lots of people were employed in the security sector, but that has tightened, so people are not getting jobs in the security sector. With the women, a popular job is beauty. Our women are excellent with hair and nails. So you find that a lot of people, especially those that know Durban, in the West Street, Smith Street area, you'd find people with little stalls doing nails, hair, and that type of work. Okay, so that's where livelihoods come from. As I said, we have a little small budget, so we also help to develop certain skills. We also have a program. When people came into the country, we realized that people have to go out to work, so where do they leave the children? And very difficult to get children into the mainstream creches. So we developed a program where we trained our own women, largely women, to do home-based childcare. So they've gone through a training program and in their homes, because obviously everything is cost. People can't afford too much. So they operate from home. They take in the minimum number of children that is approved by the department, which is 5 or 6 children. So they would look after these 5 or 6 children. We call that our home-based childcare program. Okay, our big program, HIV/AIDS. Okay, there we have, as I said, when people came into the country, we picked up on their skills. The nurses, the paramedics, the teachers, and what we did is 1 or 2 doctors that also are on this program. We've trained them, but I'm going to get Anna to fill in the gaps that I leave out. We've trained them to be peer educators. They've gone through intensive training, and we do our messaging of HIV/AIDS prevention in a twofold manner. We've got people that go out into settings where people are. For instance, hairdressing salons, wherever people accumulate, churches, shopping malls. That's for our car guards that do car guarding in shopping malls, taxi ranks, etc. And what our peer educators do is they do messaging.